Hello, y'all. Uh, Thank you for joining me. You mean a lot to me. We are here today at our garden, apartment garden, I should say. I just did a video on the allotment garden a couple days ago, and so I thought I would show you the apartment garden today. A beautiful morning, the sun just coming up over the trees, and it's just when the sun comes up over the tree, for some reason, it just gives me a magical feeling when it just starts hitting the plants. So let's go ahead and get this little garden tour started, and I will show you how things are doing here, and I'll turn you around and we will have a look at that. Alright, so first is up is we got tomatoes starting to really pop. Some down here. Yeah, that will happen. Hopefully it won't affect the tomato plant too much. We'll keep an eye on it. Then over here I have our Roma tomato. Bring it down this way. And it's got some more blossoms. That's a determinate tomato plant, so I haven't pruned it and I don't plan on pruning it. Then here is our Burpee Big Boys. They're doing well too. Excuse me. And then we have right here, it is a Cherokee Purple. And I want to show you something interesting on that. If you look right here, see that big blossom? Well, that blossom is supposed to be a branch of blossoms, kind of like these ones. Let me show you a good representation here. Kind of like these. And what has happened, this is an heirloom variety. What has happened is it's grown all together. So that is probably going to produce a cat face tomato. Um, if you don't know what a cat face tomato is, it's basically where all of those that would originally be tomatoes in there, like the 3 or 4, or whatever would be in there, would be separate tomatoes. They will all grow together and probably make a really unique shaped tomato. But most people pull them off. I'm not going to. I'm going to give it a chance, and I want to see how it looks. So we'll see. We'll watch how that does, and I'll keep you updated in future videos for that. And on to the next. Down here we have our Natapinos. They are pretty small still, but they were planted later, and that's fine. And as you can see, something got a hold of the kohlrabi. We've been having a lot of snails because of the wetness, and I've been putting down diatomaceous earth, but with the rain it's pointless because it just washes it away. I'm not too worried about it. They're about finished anyway. And then here we have our celery growing. It's gotten really big, so I'm excited about that. And then over here we have some more peppers that are a little larger than the first ones. And the first, actually down here, look, I have a pepper, and guess what is on it? A baby snail. I'm going to get that bad boy off, take care of him. We do not need them eating our fruit. Then we have our green onions over here that are doing really well. Excuse me, I have a allergy thing going on. I've been sneezing and things in the garden lately. And then our strawberries are really blooming out there. And then our sage, I did trim it, so it's probably going to take a while to get back up there, but I dehydrated that. And then we have our oregano, looking lovely. And then our thyme. And yes, what is this big thing growing in here with the thyme? I decided to let it go, see what it would do. And ta-da! I have calendula. It's definitely a volunteer plant, so I decided, just gonna let it go. It's pretty wet right now, so the petals are kind of droopy, but once that sun comes out and dries off the rain, it'll perk up real nice. But it has other blossoms, so I decided I'm just gonna let it go. You've noticed I haven't let my garden go. I just have been so busy lately. Like in my previous video, I talked about the busy time of year at work. So the garden has gotten a little bit wild at the allotment garden and this garden. But this garden, not as much. I'm able to tend to it more because it's right outside my door. So, but yeah, I like to let our volunteers grow and see what they are, because if it's a seed that wanted to grow, it should grow. So that's what I'm just letting it do and let nature take its course. Over here is my little potted flower garden that my husband got set up for me. Been saving the seeds from the flowers too. I've been deadheading them. And then we have our dill, which is not looking too hot right now, but that's because I cut it down and dehydrated it, but it'll come back real quick. Then we have a little small thing of parsley here, and it actually went to seed. I'm not going to bother it either. I'm just going to let it do its thing. And then we have our rosemary. And then our onions are growing. And over here, cucumbers. As you can see, the tendrils are attaching to the Florida weave here. And it just keeps climbing up. I'm trying to get this to help it a little bit. Looks like it's looking for it. But yeah, got a lot of blossoms coming on. And then I have a small little cucumber forming right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get you in there closer. The leaves are so big. There it is. And then over here was just a extra tomato plant that we had. I thought it's a beefsteak, so I just thought, put it somewhere. So that's growing next to the cucumbers. Then you see this overgrown stuff here. Have to cut that back today. The husband takes good care of that. And we have these. Isn't that looking gorgeous? This always fills this whole bed every year. And it's so beautiful, and I love the leaves. Over to our Dollar Tree containers, gardening container. Our basils are looking lovely. And then down in the second tier beneath it is some just wildflowers growing. And then we have zinnias. And some more parsley. And then look what popped up here. I planted those at the very beginning of the season and nothing ever happened, and I was very disappointed. And now all of a sudden, strawberries decided to pop up. So then our chives up here are looking crazy and wild with our little turtle friend in there. Then here's some more of our strawberries. Then we have our marigolds looking well. I've been deadheading them too as they dry out to save the seeds. And then some more parsley there. So that's technically the rock garden that my husband put together. Got all his little creatures that he likes in it, and of course my little cracked angel that I just love and adore. Oh, and when you see this, it'll be past, but happy 4th of July. So yeah, that was a short video, but as you know, the apartment garden is not as big as the allotment garden. I believe I've got about a 12 by 5 square foot space that I'm growing, and then that's not including the containers. I would say the containers give me an additional 4 by 4 foot of growth space. But yeah, so it doesn't take as long as do a garden tour here, but I just like sitting out here first thing in the morning. It rained really good yesterday evening and then last night, so I don't have to water the garden. It's gotten natural water, so I'm just excited seeing all this growth, and it's all just really coming together. I love to sit out here, so peaceful. You can hear the birds. Hopefully you can hear the birds. I can. But you can hear the birds and the sun just coming up over the bush there, and it's just like a slight glow just hitting your plants, and it's just so peaceful. And it's first thing in the morning. No one's around really. I know the family's still sleeping. We have some big plans today. We are going to be spending it with our daughter and her family, they're a military family, and they're stationed down in Tennessee, but they're up here for a vacation, and it's my vacation as well. So we get to do a bunch of fun things with them. I think today we're going to go out and have breakfast with them, and then they're going to come over here and probably get haircuts, because I used to do hair. I was a cosmetologist for 18 years. But I still do hair for the family members at home. But anyway, so then tonight we're going to the fireworks, so that'll be fun. Carmen's a little skeptical of the fireworks, but we were able to get her some earmuffs kind of thing. It's basically like when people are shooting guns to protect their ears, their hearing. So we were able to get her those. We tried them out, and she handled them very well. So she'll be able to have those tonight, and that'll keep her calmer than what she would be if she didn't have them. And that's basically it. That's the start of my vacation. That's what we're going to do today. There are several things that we're getting into this week. It's more of a staycation. Originally, we had planned to go to Tennessee and be with my daughter and her family, but things changed, and her husband got leave, and they said, hey, we want to come home. So, come home. So, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm hoping to get another video out again for Tuesday. I got a lot of response about that, so I will try to get one out for Tuesday, since it is my vacation, and maybe show you some fun stuff or what we're getting into. So I really appreciate you joining me today, and please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't have to ever miss another video. We do all kinds of things on this channel, and please leave a comment below. Are you growing anything? How's your garden going? I know that people in the western part of the United States are really going through an extreme heat. I've been seeing some of the temperatures, and then of course I have some groups and things, friends and stuff that I talk to that live out there, and they're just like walking outside for 10 minutes and you're drenched like you've been out there hours. So I'm going to keep them in my prayers, and I know some of them have lost some animals, and some of them lost their gardens, and you know, that stuff, it's heartbreaking. So it's a lot of hard work, and the love for their animals, and sustainability for their family. So yeah, I'm going to keep them in my prayers. And if you're a praying warrior, prayer warrior, you can keep them in your prayers as well. That would be wonderful. If not, just send them some good vibe, because you know what? We all need to encourage each other and uplift each other, especially in today's world. So I love you, and I appreciate you being here. God bless you all. And remember, as always, share, share, share.